Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's the beginning of a new week, which means ride along with me to run my errands while Bob golfs. He's not just golfing today. He's going to go and get some stuff at Costco. But in the meantime, I'm going to put you on the opposite direction so you can see how beautiful it is today. Okay, so we're coming down the hill into our little town of Polsbo, and unfortunately, this truck here and the trees on my right are kind of hiding the view of the mountains. There's no snow left on them, and there's no clouds behind them, so it's a beautiful day to see them. Let's see if they come up anymore up here. Maybe see them peek out here and there. Well, there's a little view of them. A teeny weeny bit of little snow on, but that's about it. You have to really look to see it. So what are we going to do today? Well, let me turn these so you can see more of that water. We are going to go, of course, into Silverdale, which I refer to as going into town. Oh, this slow truck. And we're going to go to Goodwill first. Then we're going to the Dollar Tree that I call, the middle one, because it's a middle size. It's bigger than my one in town here, but a little smaller than the one down in Bremerton. So we're going to go into that Dollar Tree. And then from there, I've decided to go to, oh, this guy's going to park. We're going to go to Barnes and Noble, because I want to look for some books to take on my next trip. You can see how crowded it gets down here when the sun is out, which is why during the summer I just don't come down here, because you're not going to find anywhere to park in the parking lot. Well, as that guy's parking, that guy just lucked out. Ladies used the crosswalk. That looks like my cousin. No, it couldn't have been. I don't think she would just come down here to walk around with people. Oh, so how was your weekend? Ours was good. We, of course, watched the Seahawks game. That was Friday night. And we just put this bump in here just to really slow people down before they go down into the town behind me. Anyways, we watched the Seahawks game. They lost again, but only by 1 point. Still a preseason game. But, we've got to remember this is an all-new team, and it's without Russell Wilson, so we'll see what happens this year. And the Mariners, they're still on top. I can't believe it. It was touching the other night because we watched them do, what do you call it? The newest inductee to the Mariners Hall of Fame was Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro was such a cute little guy. He's still cute, brings us back memories of years back when the Mariners were on top, and of course they had Ken Griffey Jr. there, Edgar Martinez, Dan Wilson, Jamie Moyer, and several more of the guys who were on the teams back then. It's so weird to see them now, some of them who I haven't seen, because they look a lot older. I mean, I didn't even recognize Jamie Moyer till they said his name, and it's like we both said, "That's Jamie?" So anyway, to those of you who are not baseball fans, especially Seattle Mariner fans, I'll quit yakking about that. And what else did we do? Yesterday we just kind of hung around. I did laundry. That's Sunday I'm talking about, laundry. And, of course I'm always piddling around on my YouTube videos. I'm still working on getting all my pictures and videos from our trip together to present. I mean, I've got them scheduled up through Oh, it's about September 8th or 9th. I've got them scheduled, so there are more coming. I just don't want to deluge you with one every single day, so I'm trying to like alternate days and then put regular videos in between. So that should give me stuff to post until we go on the next trip, and then after the next trip we'll have all those videos to do. And then the one after that, of course, we'll be heading down to Yuma. I don't know if I'll get much done video-wise on that trip, because all the RV parks we're going to, we've already stayed in several times. So I may only, do videos of like when I'm with my daughter in Las Vegas, gallivanting around and spending money. So, I don't think from there, because I know from there we are going down to California, but way east in California, because we've got friends there who like us to come see them. So it's like, hey, if we've got friends who want us to come see them, let's go. And they actually came last summer and visited with us, so that was really nice. We don't have that happen often here. Okay. And of course today's Monday. I don't know what day you'll see this. It might be today. I gotta check and see if I have anything else scheduled tonight, but gotta get my usual stuff at Dollar Tree. But if I only find a couple little things here and there, and I'll just do those hauls again on this video. So we gotta go all the way down. We have to go all the way kind of north when I'm going into Silverdale. Up here north, go around the water, and then go left to head back down on the other side of the water to go into town. And that's what was really a drag when we commuted. Ugh, it took us so long to get home. So once we moved to Poulsbo, Bob at least had 2 years of only having to go from our house we're in now. Now, I retired right when we were going to move to Poulsbo, so I didn't get to do it. But it was nice having him come home earlier than he would have had we still lived in Silverdale. This motorcycle guy in front of me, it says blinker still going. So anyway, I'm going to put you on hold until we get down into Silverdale, getting closer to Goodwill. Hold on. We are now in Silverdale. And we're almost to Goodwill. You didn't miss anything by me turning the camera off. I hope you can see everything okay. It kind of looks from where I'm sitting like there's a glare on the windshield. I'm not sure how crowded it's going to be, because I remembered that it is back to school time. Across the street on my left here is the Costco. It wouldn't surprise me if Bob isn't in there right now. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, where do we want to park? Well, it's not real crowded. Okay, that's good. I don't mind parking down a ways because it makes me walk. Okay. So here we are. Goodwill. I don't have much hope for finding anything, but we'll see. And I thought of something when we were driving down. I say we, because you're sitting right here. I had a comment from a person who said they really liked my video, that she loves my accent. And I thought, accent? I had that said to me one time when I was in Canada, too. This gal was from the UK, so I can't understand how it sounds like I have an accent, because to me, they're the ones with the accent, right? I'll be right back. Well, I am back. It really was crowded in there, considering, the parking lot wasn't jam-packed, because usually when it's crowded, the parking lot's full, but It's crowded. Now, I never take a basket unless I'm with my daughter, because then we share a basket and then we both find things. But when I'm by myself, I don't find as much. I'm not as patient looking. So let me show you what I did pick up. Something for the road. And then I just got 2 other things. I thought this was kind of cute. Let's see. It's kind of a, let me show you. It's one of those little things like that. I thought it would look cute with my stuff that I have on my mantle, which you still have to see that video of when we redid the mantle. So this was, oh, where'd the price go? I think it was like $2.99 or something. So it's Navajo. And then I got Bob this shirt. You know, it's his typical style for $7.99. So he's got a good amount of shirts now too. Since I've been buying them at Goodwill, and he's actually been liking them. So now we're going to head over to Dollar Tree. But let's get some of these open and out. Find something to nibble on. Whoops, one fell on the floor. Oh, there it is down here. Another thing I forgot to tell you we'd be going is to CVS. That'll be my last stop. To see if they actually have our prescriptions filled. That's always a challenge with them. They have that crazy website, but yet never seems to work right. I'll put an order in, I'll change the address to pick it up, you know, as far as up here in Washington instead of, whoops, somebody coming out. Let's see if I can get past them before they come out too far. Anyway, and then the next day it'll show that it's available to fill. It's like, I already put it in. So I've done it twice. We'll see what they say. I don't know why they bother having it. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go. One of my purposes for going to Goodwill now is I'm looking for like Hawaiian style printed shirts or tops for Bob and I when we go to Hawaii in December. Might have better luck finding those when we're down in Yuma, though. You know, we managed to put that one little holder thing up here. Bob put it up for me, but I can't figure out where to put the camera now. I think it's backwards. I don't know. It's weird. I'll have to ask him again. At least he got it up on the mirror. I couldn't get it on the mirror. It almost feels like it, but it wouldn't go in there. There's nowhere to, I just don't know. It's almost like there's a piece missing. Maybe I've got a piece on the floor. Don't know. I just don't know. Here's the box. Yeah, it's like it's a little piece. This little piece is missing. I'll have to hunt around. Bag back here. Here we go. Well, the temperature today is in the 80s, so it's a nice, pleasant day. Like last, what was it, Friday, it dropped into the, what was it, in the 60s, something like that. Anyway, and it rained. So I think that's why the cats were not coming around much, because it had been hot. It had been in the late 80s, 90s. Now it's supposed to get up again. We really have, I feel, the perfect weather for summer. We have a lot of nice days, nice pleasant days. Once in a while, we'll have some kind of a freak thing where it's going to get up into, the 90s and maybe hit 100, but we haven't hit any 100s this year. Let's see where all these people lined up at the light. So it's been really pleasant. I mean, it's nice to have a day or so in between some of the hot days to have a little bit of rain to kind of clean things off from the dust and, freshen stuff up. Well, this looks crowded here today. It might be at Michael's, though. Where are we going to park? Oh, can't park in this row. It's all right. I don't mind the walk, as I say. As long as it's not a long walk like it was on our vacation. Oh my God, those walks. Okay, we'll just pull in right here. So we're not facing the sun as much. Whoops, and then this car in front of me is backing out. So. Okay. Dollar Tree, here we come, and we'll be right back. Well, that was a waste. I mean, this is a bigger store than my one at home. And of course, I specifically was going in to get some those granola bars, and they had absolutely none. I did manage to find a few little things. Bob needed peanuts, but I thought, I'm not going to stand in line just to get 3 little bags of peanuts. We'll stop at home, our local one, see if they've got what I need, because this was a mistake. But it was crowded. And of course, you hear a little, Mommy, can I get this? Can I get Remember those days. So glad they're behind me. Not that I didn't enjoy it, what was happening. But once you get away from it, it's like, ooh, am I considered annoying sounding to other people? Anyway, so now we're going to go over to, the sunglasses, Barnes & Noble. Okay. It might help. No, I've got the brake off. Why isn't it? Do I have it reversed? I guess not. Now, Barnes & Noble is over here at our mall, but it's the other side. And you can enter it from outside the mall. So I don't have to go inside. Can't remember when I was last in that mall. I'm not going to be able to get across the turn there because this guy's not going to let me out first. Oops, I didn't say that, did I? Now I'm blocking the way for others. There we go, though. They had a lot of stuff in that Dollar Tree, tons and tons of Halloween decorations and stuff, but I just don't need any. I mean, I saw some that were really cute, but why? I'll be leaving partway through October, like the last week of October, I guess. And we won't get down to Yuma till like the 4th of November. And some of the things work okay for Thanksgiving, but I don't know. I think from what I remember, I've got a lot of stuff in the motorhome. Look at that wind coat. It looks like it must have opened. There aren't that many cars there. up a sign, need money. I just don't buy it. Because right now there are so many places that are looking for people to work. And I'm talking places where you don't need an education. You don't need a wardrobe because they provide a little uniform. Like some of the fast food places. There's nothing wrong with working in a fast food place if that's the only job you can find or that you're qualified for. Gotta have somebody to do it. So we're on the other side of the mall now, and I'll be turning in here. It's always kind of a comforting feeling to go into Barnes & Noble. I don't know why. I guess the smell of the coffee and maybe the donuts or cookies or whatever they've got over there. Now, I never go and partake in any of it. But the smell hits you. It's just kind of, I don't know, something about books. Parking spot. This looks like the handicap parking row. Let's see. Let's just go up. Right over here. A car's here, so I'm crowded in there. Of course, the mask will go on. See you in a bit. That was disappointing. Yeah, it had the smell in there and the ambiance that I love. But the books are so expensive. I'm not going to pay $17, $18 for a paperback book. Not when I've got some at home I can go through and read those. So, I came out. They had some that were like 50% off, it said. Well, it was they buy one, get the second one 50% off. And they were mostly books that I don't read. So, let's just go back home to where we live. And go into Dollar Tree there. That's it. I'm going to turn you off. I'm disappointed after making this trip all the way in here. I started talking and then remembered, oops, I turned it off. Anyway, like I was saying to myself, you ever notice that you never, hardly ever see regular paperback books on sale? It's like they must sell, sell them all, I guess. I mean, most of the books that you see like half off or whatever are hardcovers. I don't want hardcovers because that's too heavy and awkward to be taking with me when I'm traveling. I thought of going with Bob too, having a meet me like at Costco to see if they had any, because sometimes their books are, I don't know, same books, reasonably priced. But then I thought, I'll find something at Barnes & Noble. Not. Oh, let's see, let's get some M&Ms. I'm frustrated. I doubt if Bob's at Costco now. He's probably home. I think there's only going to be 2 of them golfing, so they'll get done fast. Even with eating lunch afterwards. I don't know who went, because Jerry across the street, he was driving his parents back home to Spokane, so he wasn't golfing. And Craig is on a cruise. I don't know. Well, we're going to go on the freeway and head back. Simply because I've forgotten when this direction. I went on this road. I'm trying to think. There's no stores over there in that center where Old Ton Marshalls is. I mean, there's stores, but not that would have books. I mean, yeah, I've got some books at home. There's something about a brand new, pretty cover book. This is that way down the freeway where I said you're heading towards traffic. Let me turn you around. Okay, we're getting off the freeway. We're getting on the main road through Hillsborough, which goes all the way to Bainbridge Island to the ferry terminal. So certain times of the day, this gets pretty crowded with cars, mainly during commuting time. Though not as bad since the pandemic hit. Cars on this road. But it's better than being on the Seattle side of Puget Sound. Oh my God. The traffic there. Say we never go over there, unless we have to. That's usually, as you've seen from my videos, when we travel, we got to take the ferry across to go to SeaTac Airport. But that's a pleasant ride, because then once we get off, we go along the water, but if you time it right, you're not during commuting time. They're still working on this building over here to the left. They've been doing that all summer. I mean, since before we even went to Yuma, I thought we had started working on that. This is a side road that, us locals know we can take to avoid the traffic over there on the main highway. And that's what you do. You just kind of learn which side roads to take if you live locally, and you're not held up too much by that. Go ahead, mister. Go ahead. Mister was actually a Ms. Oh, there's a building now. It's a Mexican food. Huh. They repainted it. I don't remember what was there. It's a little crowded. care how crowded it is as long as it got what I'm looking for. Let's face away from the sun so my water doesn't get hot. Okay. Here we are at Dollar Tree in my town, so I'm going to go in and keep your fingers crossed that I find something. Okay, I'm back. Well, for being the littlest stores, they pretty much had what I wanted. You learn, some days you hit them just right, and some days you don't. Whew. Let me show you what I ended up getting. Yes. They only had 3 boxes left. I took them. Hope that's not the end of them. Oops. And I got 2 of these. I thought these would be cute outside on our picnic table if we have one when we get to Yuma. Put the little light in there. 2 of those. They didn't have the regular cans of peanuts that Bobby likes, so I got mixed nuts to start out with. And these dry roasted peanuts. I don't know if they're any good. We've never tried them, but he likes them. Then I got 2. This is what I needed that didn't have in the other store, and that's to clean my mask off for my CPAP machine. Then I got this. This is cute to have down there for Yuma. I broke down and got something to put on my wall for Halloween. Whoops, whoops, there you go. So that'll be back behind me. I think that's everything. I ended up spending $14, so $14.44, something like that. So that's not bad. Get these guys back here. Ooh. So next we're heading to CVS. And I'm gonna go see about my prescription renewals, see if they're ready. I have a feeling the one's not going to be the one I try to do online, so I'll have to walk around after that. So I'll look in there, see if they have any books. Oh, hold on. I'll be back. We're almost there. It's only like 2-3 minutes. But I want to tell you, while I was in Dollar Tree, I was hoping to find t-shirts because Kelly from Kelly's Addiction, Kelly's YouTube Addiction, whatever she called herself, she got the t-shirts for like $1.25, the Gildan brand, which is really good. And she found a V-neck purple one. And I thought, oh, I didn't know they had V-necks. I thought they were all crew neck. See, and I don't like to wear crew necks, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna look this time. Well, I didn't even think of it in the other store because apparently they didn't have any, so it didn't catch my eye. But this one, right when you walked in the door, they had them. So I went through it, but they didn't have a whole lot left, so I didn't find any crew neck. But what I was surprised that I found was polo shirts. But they were like a fluorescent yellow. I couldn't see Bob wearing them. So I was surprised. I'll keep an eye on those more often. So we are here at CVS. Let me go in and go through my monthly frustration of filling my meds. I'll be right back. Well, that does it for today. I'm tired of being rejected in every store. Of course, they had the one prescription ready, which is the one that I had been rationing to myself until it could be refilled. I was taking it every other day. But the one that I said that I had done online goes and checks on it, and he says, "Have you filled it in another store?" Yes. He says, well, they probably filled it down there. Okay, so I'm going to go down to Yuma to get the prescriptions. Or maybe I'll have them delivered. No. At any rate, like I told him, well, you know, that online app is pointless. It's worthless. And he kind of grins. So you've probably been told that before. And he said, yeah. And I said, well, when I filled the prescription on it, I went in and I changed the address where to pick it up both times. So he says, well, we only have 60 left. And okay, that's fine. Fill it, you know. But I'm not waiting for it. I'll come back another day. I'll let the prescription rent some space on their shelf for a few days till I come back out again. So that was that. Then I go walking through the whole store and they don't even have books anymore. So what can I say? Well, it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to go home. So please comment below, share, like, and subscribe. And I hope you're all having better luck when you go to your stores than I have today. I love you all. Bye.